Welcome to the German Forum for Figure Theatre and Puppetry Arts. Before I invite you in, please look up. This image of Neptune guards our door. It used to scare the children away. Today it serves as a clue, because behind the facade of this precious mansion is a listed high-level water reservoir. Let's have a look at that first, so please follow me. The house was built in 1902 and 1903 by the newly founded Association Waterworks, the Verbandswasserwerke. The association was a union of 10 communities in Bochum, Hattingen and Gelsenkirchen, and thus responsible for the water supply. Around 1900, Bochum was in a rather difficult situation. At that time, the city was completely dominated by industry. The population exploded, and at the same time, a typhoid epidemic raged. The epidemic led to a reconsideration of the hygienic conditions, and new knowledge about the quality of drinking water was gained. It became clear that the growing population needed enough water of high hygienic quality. And so, in 1902, the Heinrich Scheven Company was commissioned to build the water reservoir at the highest point of Bochum, Weidmar. The construction was meant to secure the water supply and guarantee a good drinking water quality by regular controls and examinations. This was done by the so-called water doctors. Above all, its job was to regulate the water pressure. In these tanks you can store a total of 2,000 cubic meters of water. The gutters that you can see around the outside are only there to drain the condensation water. In order not to waste the space underneath the reservoir, space for living and working was built directly below. This combination of living space, service room and elevated tank is very rare in Germany and is called wheeled architecture. And so, from 1902 until the tower was shut down in 1959, water inspectors, engineers, administrative staff and their families cavorted here. Laundry was hung up to dry between the tanks. Fresh air came in continuously anyway due to the construction of the skylight, and the downpipe chambers replaced the refrigerator. The tanks have always been open at the top to allow access for the inspectors, or as they were also called, water doctors. In 1959, when the reservoir was shut down, the association waterworks were integrated into the municipal utilities. In 1976, the second reservoir, the big brother of our house on Kastropper Straße, was demolished, and it seemed to be the fate of the Weidmar reservoir as well. But it was decided to protect and preserve this historic building, and so it was included in the list of monuments as a technical monument in 1989. As a condition for the preservation, it was decided that the building should accommodate cultural institutions from now on, and so it became about that in 1992 the German Forum for Figure Theatre and Puppetry Arts moved into the monument. But what is the German Forum for Figure Theatre and Puppetry Arts? Let us have a closer look at that. The Forum was actually only revived in 1992, when it moved into the water reservoir. It was founded as German Institute for Puppetry by Fritz Wortelmann. That was in 1950. Wortelmann was committed to puppet theatre all his life. In 1958, he founded the world's oldest puppet theatre festival, also a school for the training and further education of puppet theatre creators, the Figurentheaterkolleg, and he was also the moving force behind the Cultural Prize for Amateur Puppet Theatre Artists, which is awarded every 2 years by the city of Bochum. This would have been Wortelmann's room, by the way. This is where the directors of the house have always resided and still do today. This is where the executive and artistic director, Annette Dabbs, works and continues Wortelmann's work. We alternate each year in the organization of our 2 main events. The Fritz Wortelmann Award Ceremony and the International Festival Fedena. We are available as a platform for creators and all interested parties. To this end, we map the scene on our internet portal, create a Germany-wide premiere calendar, always have current productions in view and review, and are available as a hub for networking. In addition to Fritz Wortelmann's collection, the center includes an archive, a media library, and a specialist library for puppetry arts. Last year, we started to modernize and digitalize, so we can already offer a digital document delivery service. The Wortelmann figure collection is also stored up here. Parts of the collection will soon be on display in a virtual exhibition. You can visit the exhibition via VR glasses. There are also several guest rooms up here. From time to time, artists who have an engagement in the Ruhr area or colleagues who have to work here live there. Above all, however, the guest rooms serve researchers from all over the world who come to Bochum as part of our Research in Residence Fellowship. But you don't have to be a fellow to be allowed to do research here. The forum is available to everyone, digital and in reality. You are cordially invited to use our office. This is where people have always lived and worked, and nothing has changed until today.